guys, welcome to today's lesson. My name is Srinidhi. I've been working with Unacademy for a few months now. I teach English grammar on this platform. You guys can follow me on Unacademy by downloading the Unacademy Learning app on your phone, and please do check out the YouTube channel as well. So in today's lesson, just like previous lessons, we will be learning a few words from the Hindu newspaper along with its meaning, its usage, and also synonyms. And at the end of the lesson, there is a jumbled word to make it more interesting. So let's get started. Hey guys, so this is lesson 6 under this course, which is called Daily Hindu Analysis Part 4. So the date of the newspaper is given right in the first slide, and the difference between the previous course and this course is that in the previous course we did the same thing. Yes, we learned new words from the Hindu newspaper, but we also learned to proverb at the end of the lesson. But here in every lesson we're going to see a jumbled word. So I will give you guys the meaning of that jumbled word in the following lesson. Alright, so let's get started with today's set of words. The first one is antlers. Antlers. So antlers is a noun that means branched horns of a male deer. So the horns possessed by the male deer is called antlers, or rather are called antlers. So example, without any blood loss, the deer shed their antlers every year. So here you can see the plural form of deer is deer only. It's not deers, okay? Deer. So without any blood loss, the deer shed their antlers every year. So only male deer possess the branched horns, which are called antlers. So the second word is ensue. Ensue is a verb which means if something ensues, it happens immediately after another event, usually as a result of it. So if something ensues, it happens immediately after another event. That means it follows up another event. Usually there is, as a result of it, means the first event's result is immediately followed up by another event. So this process is called ensuing. Okay, since it's a verb, you can use it in the tense form. So the synonyms are follow, succeed. Okay, the example is the outcome of the ensuing battle between two countries is unpredictable. That means the outcome of the following battles, or the battles which are the result of another event that is happening between two countries, is very unpredictable. Okay, so the outcome of the ensuing battle between two countries is unpredictable. Okay, next one. Third word is bunting. So it is a noun which means bunting consists of rows of small colored flags that are used to decorate streets and buildings on special occasions. So when you we see, usually we see the rows of colored flags, different colored flags like blue, yellow, red, green and all, hung up around the streets or near the poles and all during any festivities or any occasion for that matter, maybe inauguration, maybe some political leader is arriving, or, Ganesh Chaturthi or something like that. So the rows of colored flags are called buntings. Okay, so example, yellow and red bunting were hung in the city's inaugurated bridge. That means yellow and red color buntings were decorated, or the newly inaugurated bridge was decorated with yellow and red buntings. Alright, so the next word is recuperate. So that's a verb again, which means you can use it in the tense form. So it means to recover one's health or strength after one has been ill or injured. So the recovery process is called recuperation. Okay, so when you recover your health or your strength after you've fallen sick or after you've been injured, so that process is called recuperate. So the noun form is recuperation. Okay, so the synonyms are get better, improve. So the example is Paul is recuperating from a surgery but still needs a lot more rest. That means Paul is still recovering from the surgery, but still requires a lot of rest. Okay. The next word is myopic. Myopic. As you know, it's pronounced just the way it is written. Myopic. So it's an adjective. So you use this adjective to describe someone who does not realize that their actions might have negative consequences. So someone who is being very ignorant or indifferent rather. So these people, they do things even without realizing that their actions might actually have negative consequences or effects in the future. So they're just basically being very ignorant. So these kind of people are described as myopic. So synonyms are narrow-minded too. Sometimes they're very narrow-minded to even think. They even very, the thinking capacity is so narrowed down that they can't even imagine what the consequences could be. So they end up doing the actions no matter what. Okay. So example, asking for different opinions is a better way to come up with a solution that is broad and not myopic. That means you have to, if you are coming up with a solution and you're working in a team or individually for that matter, you will have to ask opinions from your dear ones or from the ones whom you trust. So when you have different opinions, it is better to arrive at a solution because you have different ways of thinking. So that will be very broad. So your thinking becomes broader because you have opinions from many different people. And that is not myopic. That means it is not narrow-minded. It is not narrow-minded because with different opinions, you are able to realize the consequences. So you're not being very ignorant and you're not being, indifferent for the actions that you're going to commit, which might actually have negative consequences in the future. So myopic is something very unrealistic, not unrealistic, very ignorant and indifferent. Okay. So the apt word that would go with myopic is narrow-minded. Moving ahead, sixth word is clandestine. Clandestine is an adjective, so something that is hidden or kept secret, often because it's illegal. So when you hide something because it's illegal, that's called a clandestine activity. So since it's an adjective, it will describe a noun in the sentence. Okay. So the synonyms are private, underground. So since these underground business and all are very illegal, you keep it clandestine. Example, there's a record of clandestine operations in this field which requires in-depth investigation. So there is a record of clandestine operations. That means there's a record of hidden or underground or secret operations in that specific field which requires in-depth investigation. That means investigation that can get to the roots of the problem or root of the cause. Okay, so that means going in depth, involving or immersing yourself into it. Okay, so before we start off with the jumbled word, let's see the pronunciation of all the words in the beginning, from the beginning, sorry. So the first one is antlers. Antlers are the branched horns of a male deer. Ensue is something that causes, something which is a result of another event and it occurs immediately. And bunting are the rows of colored flags that are decorated in the cities for any occasion or festivities. Recuperate is to recover one's health after one's been ill or injured. Myopic is someone who is really narrow-minded because they don't realize the negative consequences that their actions might bring forth. So the next one is clandestine. That means something which is very secretive. You keep it secretive because that is illegal. Most of the times it is illegal, not necessarily all the time. Okay, so yes, the word that I suggested in the previous lesson was INEDRSC. So the hints were noun and synonym was charcoal. So the answer is cinders. Cinders, C-I-N-D-E-R-S, cinders. So cinders are black pieces that are left after something such as wood or coal has burned away. So if you burn a wood after the fire is put off, you can see that black color piece. So we call it charcoal. So those black pieces after wood or charcoal is burnt, or rather ashes, so that's called cinders. Okay, so example, the wind sent sparks and cinders flying, which made the evening even more mesmerizing. So the wind sent sparks, that means the wood was burning, so you can, when there is a breeze, you can actually see the flames flying up high. And cinders here mean ashes. Okay, so ashes also fly along with the breeze. So the view made the evening even more mesmerizing, that means even more attractive, captivating. All right, so the word that I would suggest for, oh, hold on, I've given you the same word, sorry. Here it is. Sorry. So here it is. So the word that I would suggest is, if you rearrange the letters, you will arrive at a word. So for now, it is BCODSNA. So the hints, it's a verb, and the synonym is to flee. Synonym is to flee. Okay, so this is a very, very strong hint to get the word. That's it for today. Thank you so much for your time. If you guys have any doubts, please post it on the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Bye bye.